Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 64 of 108 days of Internal Alchemy with me, Sara. I'm here to do all the cord cutting and the energy clearing possible. So today we begin standing up, begin with the staff, and just arrive. Today we're going to focus on the hips and the legs a bit, but we don't forget the arms, so we arrive into a little bit of a meditation. So find a rhythm. And if you're not using the staff, you can just sway. I can show you. You can find a rhythm and sway. So like a meditation. And you can keep your feet anchored and you can twist the legs and the feet. Open up the fascia in the feet and all the way up to the hips. So you can choose whatever feels aligned. Today we're going to talk about cord cutting and energy clearing. So there's a lot happening energetically all the time. And sometimes you can feel as if things are... So you can warm up with the staff and just feel in and just say hello to the body. So when it comes to cord cutting and energy clearing, we can sometimes feel as that needs to be done when a certain situation or problem occurs. And the deep teaching is that it's always a benefit, even though that it seems hard or difficult or that you don't see any way out. If you can start looking at cord cutting and energy clearing, then then the energy will start to move. Okay, so explorative spinal flow to open up the session, standing. Okay, so we're going to open up the feet a little bit to begin, and we're going to do it standing. So up and down on your toes. You can bend the knees a little bit. So you start to work with the height. Side to side. Open up the feet, the legs, the knees, the hips. And when you start to be really aware when you make these type of movements, you start to realize that it doesn't take very much to start to move the fascia in the legs and start to open up the energy lines. Because if we move towards the stiffness, it's quite easy for me to find where I'm stiff and just work there, and I can feel like how it's opening up day after day. So it doesn't require that much. It just requires a repetitive movement and repetitive practice. So I can go deeper and deeper just from a couple of minutes. So it's like a mantra, it's like a trance. You stay, root lock, and you work towards the edges. So it's like you're nudging on an edge. And when I do that consistently and I don't back off, there's a certain level of heat that starts to build in the body. So that's when I know that I start to move energy. So I combine the physical practice with the constant alchemy and the cord cutting and the energy clearings. And this is particularly when we are moving through something, through fire, through challenge, then it's to how quickly can I find the teaching inside of the situation? Okay. Open up the hips. One leg forward, one leg back. Open up the psoas and the hamstrings. Change feet. Oops. Okay, so standing breath of life. So if you want to add a little bit more fire, you go deeper into the contraction. Remember your root lock. Shake. Move the energy. Spinal flow. So now I want to move the energy upwards. If you already want to go into tremors, then you do that. So the movements and the tremors, they're both energy releasing from the system. Root lock, anchor the energy, send it down. Emotional energy down. Express if you need to. Bigger movements if you need to. So I'm twisting my feet a little bit, like this. So I'm opening up the fascia in the legs and the knees and the ankles. So I alternate between the different states. Okay, back to breathing. Come back. Open up the hips, sway, ground the energy. Big breaths. If you want, from here we can say hello to the eyes. Drop in and allow the energy to just sink. Moving over to the ears. Standing. So you left elbow to right knee, vice versa. Open and close the jaw. Allowing the energy to sink. Activate the tremors if you like. So when we're talking about cord cutting and energy clearing, so where are we cord cutting or where are we energy clearing? And that happens in the lifestyle, because it's how we live everyday life that determines what we attract, our health, how close we are to our purpose, how close we are to ourselves. All of that exists inside of the lifestyle. So if we keep having these recurring issues, the resolve is always within oneself and how we show up in the world and the patterns and the habits and the routines. And the reason why I, after almost a decade with this, somehow say that it's about a self-care lifestyle, and that kind of shows us the priorities, and the cord cutting and the energy clearing is about the priorities. So now, even a decade later, we're still practicing our own teachings. When we have a challenge or a situation, this is where we go. When we need to move outside of our own selves and like, what is it that we're missing here? And it's always to come back to, okay, what is my habit? Where am I spending energy that should be invested in the self? So there's a balance, and that's also where we connect with the aligned action from yesterday, the aligned action with purpose, with creation, with truth. So when we move from there, something else opens up. Okay, there my, can see a definite shift there. Okay, so you can allow bigger movements if you would like. I just go wider with the feet. Oh, there my hip opened up. So I play around, opening up the hips. But what I don't forget is the root lock. So tilt the pelvis. Larger waves. Include the arms if you would like. So when we are standing, we are moving more energy in a different way. Comment, grand vitality as your deepest healing and recovery flows more with every healing breath. Yes, and yes, 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 yes. And yes, I agree. Beautiful, thank you for that. Now I remember also to post the song that I am going to listen to in a bit here in the chat. So we're continuing with the relaxed reggae theme, but today we're going to bring in the grooves a little bit. And it's about allowing ourselves to step into the body, and the cord cutting and the energy clearing that I'm being called to do is anything that doesn't feel good, and that it's like having those tough conversations. Joint desire, motion to restore. Yes. So it's like normalizing just moving, playing, no goal, no rhythm. It's just, and this can feel a little bit weird in the beginning. But that's the point. Allow yourself to be a bit weird, and life is going to open up for you, I promise. Open up the shoulders. Spend some time, let the spine lead the way. Swaying, walking, just open up the spine. It doesn't need that much. It just requires us to show up again and again and again. And for me, for that not to feel like it's the same, like Monday every day. Find a twist with or without the staff, like a corkscrew. Go down, activate the legs, root lock, straight spine. You activate as much of the legs as you wish. And shake, shake, shake. Allow the energy to sink. Deep breaths, chin to chest. Activate the bubbling springs. All right, music time, if you wish. So the energy clearing and the cord cutting is truly to let go of the things that are, even though it's difficult, just face them. Because if you do, then you're going to start moving all the energy that you want to move. Okay, so fireproof in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the music is here for us to open up, to find a rhythm. So find your rhythm. There's no performance with or without music. A couple of minutes, just you and your movement. See what happens with time and room when you just allow play and exploration to lead. There's no movements that has to be done. Co-creation with the body, with the staff, with the music, whatever that looks like today. You might be in tune, out of tune. It's just about moving. Move the energy. There's no right or wrong. There's only aligned movement with whatever is true today, and just showing up to practice and just move. Okay, one more. We meet in the breath. Open up the chest. Find your rhythm. Activate the legs. Find your rhythm. Root lock activated. Build some fire. Activate the tremors. Standing. Activate the tremors. I bring in the staff just for some extra balance. It's easier for me to stand on the feet, on the toes. I don't know about you, but I mean, it doesn't feel like I'm doing much, but the sweat is pouring. So something's happening. And that's the fun part with this. So this is not an exercise. This is a multi-dimensional alchemy process building over time. So if you're new here, this is a sequence built from day one. Okay, dispatch. Release the energy. So where are you being invited to really have a look at your lifestyle? What do you know that is not supporting your goals? So what is it that you stop doing and start doing? So now I'm turning my music off. So we're going to anchor in. Just close the session. So now when we had everything standing, we really want to allow the energy to just settle. So I decided to open up another space for the expression part and the dancing part so that I can fully focus on the alchemy part here, because I felt there was this expression with the dancing. Of course, we're going to do that too. But I decided that every Monday I'm opening up a alchemy and spinal flow session where we begin seated and work our way up, and we do the full expression with music. And this is going to be on Zoom so that I can play the music and interact and dance and just go all out performance. It's not the space here to do that. So I'm anchoring in. The body just wants to move a little bit. So Mondays at 12 p.m. noon Bangkok time, $11 per session. We're going to have fun, move some energy, and get it's like a proper workout. But you can come on any energy level and adapt. So I'm going to play different type of styles of music, different types of energy. So we're going to move through different energies and express and just allow ourselves to feel and to be and to move and express and alchemize. But we do it in a Zoom room and not live on YouTube, so I can play that funky music. White girl. 29 minutes. It's time to go. Thank you for all the beautiful comments. I love you. And please like and subscribe. If you have questions, put them in the comments and I will respond. And I will see you tomorrow. Ciao.